Fellas, here we go.
Yo,
You waiting on
I think I finna let it go.
Right.
guys waiting on the music, man. Where
Hey,
we at?
that we should start it over that
We
intro,
need.
boy. Hey, I think that might be the theme song right there.
I don't know, man. I don't know if that needs to be the theme song. Theme song on the way. Theme song is on the way.
Most
We get
definitely.
it together, man. We get the theme song together eventually. Might do a little. I mean, we can have it right. We might do a little video with it. You know what I'm saying? Do a little music video with it.
You
We might
tripping?
actually have a we might actually have a song with a special guest on that thing, man. With a verse with a 16, maybe even a 32.
They gonna wake up Pluto.
And you know it.
Yeah, a little 16.
Man, how y'all feeling? How y'all feeling today, man?
Good, man. You know, day before Resurrection Sunday. You know, that's what I like to call it. I don't really do the. I don't gotta call it Easter. It's Resurrection Sunday, man. You know, shout out to people that go to church, man.
Yes.
Get your house in order.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got the what you call them, the CME folks. You know what I'm saying? Christmas, Mother's Day, and Easter. That's the time some people go to church, dog. You know, CME.
Woo,
And
man.
y'all really had to have a reality check on that, man. It's a lot of people missing their communion. Yeah, for the
Hey,
very first of the month.
talk
But,
about it.
hey,
Talk about it.
hey, man, read that Bible, man.
CME folks, man.
There
That
you go.
Christmas.
Read the Bible. I like that.
Get your verses in. Hey,
I do feel like that now, especially like after COVID. A lot of people don't go to church. Like people now, they'll either pop the YouTube on, you know,
Yeah.
whatever it is. They don't really just you don't really see. I think especially our age group, we don't really just
they
go to
were-
church like that.
they want to have fun Sunday fun day all
Sunday,
night.
Monday.
Man, get your word in. Get your Sunday dinner brunch in, and then
Hey,
have fun. You know what
hey,
I'm saying?
listen, it's Saturday. They turn up Saturday night. You know, they
Sleep during the day.
sleep
Sleep
in
in.
Sunday. Wake up, man. Go to brunch Sunday fun at night. You know what I'm saying? They go to brunch around 1:30.
All that sinning. But hey, I ain't saying I'm right or wrong either. Hey, we all sin. But come on.
Right. Oh
Get your
man,
word in. Get your word in, man. It
what
was
what what do y'all feel like is a traditional Easter dinner though? You know, like what would you say you would want?
I mean, me personally, I think it's like barbecue. Like, I think it's kind of like a. Well, I mean, I'm not eating. I really don't know. Honestly, it might be soul food. It might be something. I think it's just a regular meal. Whatever we figure
yeah.
out what we're gonna eat on Sunday.
Yeah, to me, that's how I was thinking about that because I'm like, I really
I
don't
don't
got
know.
no regular in my
It's
mind.
not
I
like
can't think of a
Thanksgiving.
traditional Easter dinner. You
Well,
know,
my grandma gonna cook Thanksgiving food and just add the devil eggs and potato salad and for the pies,
I mean, yeah, I feel
stuff
like
like that.
it's a lot of people kind of do something similar to like really. I wouldn't say Thanksgiving. I would say like Christmas. Christmas type dinner is probably how they they
They
do a
might,
traditional
yeah, they might
Christmas
add a little
day.
chillness to it. Who
I can
knows?
see like
Yeah,
ham and stuff like that, but I'm
I,
not
I
really a
would say the
ham
same.
guy though. I'm
I
not
like
even.
turkey. I like turkey.
I mean, turkey cool, but I mean, I don't know. I really traditional holiday dinners. I don't know. I kind of outgrew them.
Dressing.
I like
Yeah.
like with Christmas. I like that non just I like the seafood type Christmas. That get me
Mm-hmm.
little
Mm-hmm.
fried fish, little
We did on Saturday. Fish
Yeah.
fries, fish Saturday, shit like that.
yeah.
I like
But
that.
yeah,
I couldn't think of a traditional
take your
Easter dinner.
kid, take your kids to Easter egg hunt if you ain't gonna take it to church. Do something.
The Easter egg hunts, man, for the
Yeah,
little bitties, for the itty bitties.
yeah.
Oh, man.
Sundress season is on the verge, y'all.
It's
Uh,
already
Springtime
here.
coming.
well, I'm saying I think we here. I think
It's
we here
here.
now. I think we
It's
here.
here. Sundress season is here and it is full effect. Real talk.
The
Yeah, yeah.
Real talk.
breath of fresh
It's
air.
that and the what is it? The tennis skirts. That's what they like to do now. I think the tennis
They
skirts.
they outside now, man. Everybody back outside, man. That's what it look like. That's what it's looking like, man.
Yeah,
Guys back out.
yeah.
Bro. Honestly though, man, like, man, let me just ask y'all a question, dog. Real, real.
Okay. What you got? What you got?
So, man, I just been thinking, dog. Like, How long do you wait to like pop back outside after the relationship then ended?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how
Uh,
long do you wait for that?
what
You
do
got
we mean though by pop back out though? Let's try to
We
get some
talking about
clarification with that. Like, are
okay,
we talking
so
just
we talking. I'm back outside and I'm on the block and I'm looking for. I'm a squirrel looking for one.
well, first you gotta let that hurt go after the relationship. You know, you're gonna have that you in the bed or in that moment type phase. And then, you're gonna have to talk it out with somebody. Focus on your mental. Express your feelings, express that hurt out to somebody and hear their opinion on it. And then, you might have to use that bottle a little bit. Or you might have to use something stronger. But to meditate your mind. But once you do that, then you're ready to pop out in the bar, clubs. And you might have to get a couple out for you, off your shoulders. But because once you put that jersey back on, you ready to test the waters,
yeah.
you know. And shoot, you might get come back to your senses and be like, if it's on you that you call it quits, you might want to go back to her, or if you or she might go on. She might be just gone. You just got to focus on yourself and find somebody else if you don't want to go back to her. So I say I
Uh,
say within the 2 to 3 weeks.
okay, 2 to 3 weeks. I mean, I don't know. I think everybody has different timelines. I do think we all have a certain feel where we're like, well, in terms of thinking about the other party, you thinking like, they'll probably wait a few, but I think sometimes it's we don't have that same time frame. If that
Ooh,
makes sense, I don't think we had that same time frame, so it gets to like, dang, like already, but in your mind,
Facts.
you know what I'm
Could
saying,
you could you be like, damn, are you been cheating on me?
right, and I think we all have different timelines on that. Um, what I will say though is, I mean, it's really just whenever are ready to do that. I think we really shouldn't set a certain timeline. But I mean, like if you've been in like in a 4 5 year relationship, and you pop,
yeah. It's gonna
five,
take.
it's next day. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
If you
uh,
have been in a relationship for 4 5 years and then we talking next day you
next day.
outside,
That means you've been outside in a relationship.
yeah,
I
you
mean,
been out there.
You
I
telling
won't
on
say
yourself.
that. I
You
won't
telling
say
on
that.
yourself.
But what I said, I do feel like, and I hate that we don't have, one of our female co-hosts for this, but I do think that majority of the time, males tend to be a little quicker in terms of going out there. But I think men go out there even though there may not be all the way resolved with the past problem. If that makes
Right,
sense. Now, I won't even want to say problem, but just the past situation.
right.
Um, Women, I think they tend to more so most of the time. Sometimes they'll do the same, but I think they'll tend to get out there once they've, for the most part, mentally kind of gotten over that last situation. It's when they maybe really will actually start to,
But
know,
but they talking to somebody that's gonna probably be their next boyfriend. I done seen
and
it.
and yeah, I mean, to me, my theory, I feel like I hope my theory with it is like, hey, if with women, most of the, eight, 9 times out of 10, if they rocking with it, they
Yeah.
they gotta have feelings, but
Uh,
we'll leave that convo for another day, though.
man, I ain't gonna lie, dog. I kind of got to go back to what you said earlier about like the timing.
Yeah,
I feel that if if I see that person and they outside, then I'm gonna do the same. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
But also in the back of my mind, I'm like, damn, like shit. I thought you would have took a little longer to be outside, but you right outside. So
yeah,
shit,
Right, right.
I'm right outside too. I might
right,
be hurt, but from the men perspective, I think we use going out or popping out as a distraction.
yeah. That's why. That's yeah,
That's what I would be doing it for. I'm using it as a distraction.
I say that's what I think. Why when men go out, they don't always have the situation over with. It's more of a use to just, all right, let's make it through.
Yeah,
Because I
this
mean,
just a normal thing, so I can just be around people and not be by myself in my thoughts.
yeah, and I
You know
don't know
what
if
I'm
this
saying?
sounds away, but like I feel like with men, especially, like I think one life waits on no one. But I think especially for the males, we don't have time to sit down and really whatever
Right.
you got to do. You ain't got time, man. Stuff
You
you got to
still
get
gotta
stuff
go.
done. Hey, it's still got to get done,
With or without you.
regardless. Happy, sad, mad, whatever.
Mhm.
Stuff got to get done. You know what I'm saying? Money got to come in. Money got to come out. It is what it is. And
Time ain't
so
gonna
I
stop.
think right, and so I think that's why, especially for men, um, we tend to probably go in just like we out there with it. We here. Honestly, we may be meeting other people after that point, but it's kind of like if we really being honest, we ain't really caring too much about what all the communications are. I just say it
Exactly.
like that. We don't really too much care about all the communications right at this junction.
Exactly. We just
It's
outside. We just
yeah,
I'm out here. I'm doing my thing. If
yeah.
something pop up and she on my body, guess what I'm gonna do? Hey, she did what she did, so I did what I
I did.
did.
I did. Right,
Ah,
right, right.
man.
I
You
got
feel
you,
me?
dog. I
Are you
got
gonna
And that's
you.
are you
and
gonna
that's
spin the
real
block
talk.
back on your ex?
You say
When you
what?
are you gonna spin the block on your ex when you're done letting that releasing all that and come back to your senses? Or are you kicking that to the curve?
Hey, signed, sealed, and delivered. That's
There
gone,
it
dog.
is. There it
That's
is.
gone.
Ooh, envelope ass.
Gone.
I mean, it is people that like to circle back, and I
I'm
think. I mean, what you got? What's your opinion on
I'm gonna
that,
be
Rich?
real. Honestly and truthfully, it's only maybe one or two situations where a guy is gonna spin back, but most of the time, like especially if like it was a complicated situation and things just ain't turn out like that, and you know what I'm saying, people say things that can be hurtful.
Right.
So shit, it ain't no point of me going back. You didn't already said. You didn't already said what you said. So shit, stand on it. I'm gonna do me. You obviously doing you. So I'm gonna do me.
But like, what I say is that I feel like there's are some guys that like to, in that aspect of spinning in the block or what's the word I'm looking for the phrase waiting around. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll wait around.
Yeah.
You'll wait it out. It's some people that like to wait it out.
And
No
I'm gonna
matter.
tell you right now, waiting it out only gonna hurt you. You waiting out is the dumbest mistake you can make.
Yeah,
Give it
yeah,
up. Just stop. Honestly,
yeah,
stop.
yeah.
Just don't spin it back. Don't spin back. That's all I can say. Don't spin back. I would.
How
It's
you
only
feel?
one
It's
situation.
about waiting around. It's been like how you feel on that though? Like
I mean, if she really worth spinning the block, then I say do it. But 9 times out of 10, you spin the block the second time, you want to see something like you really have deep feelings for the person, and you built a
yeah,
connection with her so strong that it's worth spinning the block. But if she out there and y'all took a break, showing her where her rabbit ass, and you still trying to spin the block back, man, that's when you gotta wake the hell up and be like, move on. You know what I'm saying?
now,
And she outside, and she
okay.
really ain't studying you, but she still just lingering you on. That's when you gotta try to just go ahead and just move on. Wake
But
up.
what about it about those types where it's not nothing? I guess with a official, and it was never really an official, but I'm spinning back or I'm waiting around. How
That's
I
a
like
that's a fling.
is that different? Is that any
Okay,
different than any different?
so we talking like, you know what I'm saying?
Cause you still might build a relationship with her though.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no, no. I don't think that's what we're talking about. No, we talking
No,
about
I mean, no, I see what he's
what we
saying. He's
talking.
saying like you can wait around or spin back, later on, and then that might can turn into a relationship at that point, right? Like, is that what you say? I don't
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
misspeak.
yeah.
Yeah,
So you saying at first it was just a little fling, and then y'all kind of dubbed it. Then you spent the block probably again, and now you
Oh,
thinking
she might spit the block back. She might hit you with what you own.
I mean, either way, but now y'all thinking like, okay, we could probably cuff.
Yeah, if it get there.
The only thing that I feel like I have like some reservations with is why now? You know what I'm saying? Like what changed? What was such a big change from then and now that now we can make it. We can.
It might everything in that ocean must have ran out. You know what I'm saying?
And I mean, I do feel like sometimes there are factors where it has to be like I right now we probably I got this and this going on, but see that's also part of not leaving no gray areas. I think that goes back to just not leaving no gray areas. So that is a more smoother process, if that makes sense. Because I feel like when there are gray areas and then it's a breaking point, and then later on the spin back or whatever, like with the gray areas, you don't know what's the difference. You kind of like
it ain't no change.
And
you gotta put everything in the table.
Yeah, for me though, I'm not a trusting person when it comes to that. I don't know about everybody else. Like I know some people, they may be a little more trusting with that. They may be cool and they just
what I don't understand is some people you get into this little fling, they do you dirty, or not even a fling, but you get did dirty, and then 2 years later, all of a sudden now they on your body and you taking them, and you actually think about taking them serious after they didn't already messed you over.
Right.
I feel like that's a little crazy to me, and I would never do nothing like that.
But see, that's why I say
that's waiting around too, though. That's waiting around.
Yeah. But you ain't necessarily waiting on the person. She obviously just came back on your line.
Well, I say what, because the real question is, I guess, in terms of waiting around, what do we mean? Like, if we stay waiting around, like I'm holding off from everybody else until I get this.
No,
I got you.
I'm still doing me. I'm still doing me. Whenever she come back, cool. Like what we mean
waiting
by
around
that?
Right here. Waiting around is
break it down for me, dog.
I ain't smashed it yet, but we still talk every day, and I'm just gonna see what happens. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting to see if she gonna give me a chance or not. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta show initiative. You gotta show initiative yourself, though.
Okay, I think I didn't already show the initiative, but I'm talking to you consistently every day. You feel me? And if you still ain't got the picture yet, then who fault that is? You know what I'm saying? But you still waiting around for that one chance, and she might give you that chance. But how long are you willing to wait? I know me personally, I'm not waiting longer than 2-3 weeks. You got guys willing to wait 2-3 years.
Yeah, I've seen guys wait some years, and it comes to go.
And we're not talking about 2-3 years. We might be talking about 5+.
That's too long. That's too long.
That's successful.
Hey, I don't know. I don't think it's too long for some guys.
That's way too long. 5 years.
That's successful right there. Yeah.
I can see 1 or 2.
But what I'm saying though is, do we really kind of, as waiting around, of like, say the person is they've had other situations or whatever, encounters.
Yeah.
Do we say that's waiting around still?
You can't say that, because you typically not waiting around. You just wait around on that person, but you still got other stuff going on.
Is that more so? Because that could be more so, I guess, just leaving the door open. But like,
yeah.
What is more like if I feel like if you're still having other, you may have another situation come about, and you really still putting your foot forward with that current situation. But if it don't work out, then I guess if that door is still open, if that comes, then maybe. But I feel like waiting around is more of I'm encountering these different situations, but I'm not really looking at none of these situations seriously. Really, I'm really more so just waiting on that door to open back up, and then I'm there.
But you're still viewing your options, though.
But if you're not taking them seriously, I don't think that's really viewing your options. That's what I say.
Exactly. Okay, I can agree to that. I just feel like what that waiting around piece is something that you've been trying to get for the longest, and you just kind of keep the friendship along until you get to that point.
Okay, see, that's that. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
That's waiting around.
I got you loud and clear. Yeah, and then, I'm cool.
And see, the other aspect is when a guy is doing that, they ain't talking to nobody else, or they damn sure ain't getting nothing. So you really waiting around. You know what I'm saying? You really out here waiting around for this one person.
That's
what
crazy.
you call that?
That's crazy.
That's the long game.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Long
If you
game,
wait,
dog.
if you wait with somebody and you ain't got no motion going on your phone, and you just waiting on that particular person, and you pretty sure thinking that she probably do got motion, it ain't you, and you wait for her, that is a sad case.
Check this out.
That's a sad case.
Guys have been in droughts because they tried to wait around. They tried to wait around for one motherfucker. They've been in drought because of this. Okay, so I'm just telling the truth.
Yeah,
For goodness. If you
So,
man,
don't wait around, bro. Know
that's
your worth.
That's
Know
crazy.
your worth. Because there's a lot of women out here that you can talk to. Okay, you ain't gotta wait on that one person. If she ain't chose to really fuck with you in the first week and a half, dog. You know what I'm saying? Don't take that serious. You really need to keep moving, keep it pushing.
Right. Damn, that's how we started the show. This is great. Hey, this is some great content right now, man.
Real spill. And that's real spill.
But I'm saying, though, Sophia, what if the person that you may have waited around for, or whatever that is, then they want to actually be serious? They've given you a choice. They're like, hey, you know, we here now. What we doing? I'm not trying to, you know.
They give you that ultimatum.
So time out. So first off, when she come to me, did I already smash? Did I smash or no?
We don't know unless you did it.
Okay, well, waiting around. I'm talking.
Let's say yes. Let's say in the past.
Okay. And then she came back and she talking about what it is. I'm gonna be honest. Me personally, I'm gonna have to tell her like, this is just strictly what this is now. This ain't nothing more, nothing less. Like you already knew what time with her.
Now she don't feel like you wasted her time.
Well then, hey, guess what I'm gonna say?
In the relationship, but
hey,
you just getting yours.
Guess what I'm gonna say? Guess what I'm gonna say?
What?
Don't let the door hit you.
She gonna block you. She gonna act like you. She gonna act like you don't even exist no more.
Right.
Because now you playing with her heart and playing with her mindset.
Whoa! She spent the block back on me. I was doing my own thing, living my life, and then she came into my life.
She spent the block in anticipation of getting cuffed.
No, but guess what else? I didn't leave no gray areas. I told her from the jump, this is nothing serious. This is strictly what I want. You can make your choice right now.
You gave her a choice.
But you probably lead her on saying, you probably lead her on, well, you took lunches and haircuts. All that plays a factor, though. But you accepting it.
Oh, whoa. Let me tell you something. I didn't lead her on nothing when I told her at the beginning when she spent back and before we started anything, I told her, I want you to understand I'm not looking for nothing serious. So please don't expect nothing. When I tell her that and she says, okay, fine, anything she does for me after that, that is on her. I did not make her do that. So she want to pay for my haircut. She want to buy me food, give me some shoes. Hey, guess what? I'm going to say thank you, but shit, I didn't tell you to do that. And that's real talk. All right? That's real talk. She made her choice. So when I tell her, don't let the door hit you, when she asks me, are we gonna be in a relationship or not? Even though we've been fucking, no, we're not in a relationship. I still want to keep this going.
She gonna get it off, bro.
But if she say, okay, I can't do this no more, I'm gonna say, all right, bet.
She couldn't have lied.
But that also depends on but look, that also depends on the situation that you personally dealing with. If you the man in that situation and whatever you had going on before that, you know what I'm saying? You make that decision on your own. I'm just telling you from my perspective. Me personally, I'm telling them it's nothing serious. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. So don't expect nothing from me.
You tell her that straight up, she gonna be like, all right, bye. She only want to go and get into it.
And I'm gonna be honest, but see, you see the thing is you got to know how to say that. Obviously, right now I'm saying it's nothing serious and don't expect nothing. But when you in a situation like that and she bring that up, or when you have to bring that up in the beginning, you need to set them standards. So before anything gets started, y'all both know what it is. You get to make that decision before you even start smashing. See, that's what a lot of people fail to realize is that you leading them on, you selling dreams for this whole time before you get to the serious part on what this actually is. You trying to tell her what she want to hear, but you ain't telling her what you really own. You see where I'm coming from?
Woo-wee.
guys need to really start thinking about that. You really start letting these people know what you want.
Sometimes guys still want to sit there drink and get what they want, and then mess her head up.
And see, them type of niggas, I don't hang around. And that's real talk. Just being real.
We got a lot of clips on this first. Oh my god.
Okay, so real quick, I do want to get. We should have even put this as a banner, but real quick, I want to get you guys' quick take, and we may dive in this later on in a couple episodes, but give me a quick take on Dirty Mac. Give me a quick take on Dirty Mac.
Well, let me tell you this. If you dirty macking, stay away from around me. Seriously. Yeah. Stay away from me. I don't play that dirty macking. So, and for those who don't know what dirty macking is you know what I'm saying? You got a 2-piece and you feel me? Y'all vibing it out with whoever there.
Right.
And then your boy who he supposed to be your boy. First off, if he dirty macking, he ain't really your boy. I want you to understand that part. He's not really your boy if he dirty macking, especially in front of some vibes. No, come on, dog. You tripping. Because that's bro code. You supposed to already know you can't be on that, especially if y'all both on the 2-piece trying to get right.
I mean, this what I say. This what I say in terms of that.
Okay.
I mean, I just feel like if certain things, if that's where you have to go in order for you to be successful in whatever that is, and that could even be as far as even beyond that part. But if it takes you having to dirty mac somebody for you to get whatever you're trying to get, I feel like you just ain't got it. You ain't got it. You ain't got enough. Then if you can't stand on your own too, and rock out, then I think that's on you. You need to look at yourself. If that's the tactic that you had to go to in order for you to feel good, if like, all right, I got a chance, is I got a dirty man,
Right.
Dirty macking.
We need to give an example of what dirty macking is, though.
Dirty macking, hating somebody out, that's crazy.
There we go. Hey, there we go. Right there.
That's crazy.
Hating somebody out.
That's crazy.
It's a big dirty macking. I honestly. See, I don't even call it dirty macking. Y'all want to know what I call it?
What you call it, dog?
Green.
That's what I call it. Green.
Yeah.
You green, and for that's the new lingo.
If you gotta hate somebody out to get her and get what you get something really nice going on, that's wild. That's wild.
You're right. It is. It's so wild, dog. It's wild.
And a girl accepting that and let you still get in. That's wrong on her too.
You're right.
Because now she don't have no morals. She accepting the flaws too. Real talk.
But we'll go ahead and move on, man. I'm glad to know that we all know on one accord in terms of dirty.
Hey, we got a lot of clips. We got a lot of clips in that.
I ain't gonna lie. I can probably give a class on that.
I know you can. Oh yeah, I know that's yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Do we want to discuss real quick on the Wallow when he discussed about black businesses? I don't know if we got the clip or not, but pretty much he was doing one of his motivational speaks, and pretty much he basically said, that black business stuff don't mean nothing. Just because you're black, that don't really mean nothing. And he was getting a little controversy because of how he said it. Let's real quick. Let's listen to it real quick and let's see how. Is it sound up? I can't hear nothing right now. Can y'all hear it?
No, I can't hear nothing.
We can't hear nothing, Danny J.
I still can't hear nothing.
Yeah, I can't hear nothing either. But
is he trying to imply that all good black business ain't good business for it?
No, what he was trying to convey, I think, was people. He was trying to, I guess, explain like, hey, you can't expect just because you're a black man that people gonna
Right.
So that's what I was taking from.
And that's what I took from it too.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. If I know you personally, I'm gonna support. I'm gonna support you. I'm gonna support you. Support me. You know, but some people, some black owned business, you gotta be straight up. It's real spill.
Let me
They
see.
have poor communication skills. They have poor. What's what I'm trying to say?
I got
They
it. I
have
got
poor
it.
customer service. Some of them have poor customer
For
service.
customer service.
I got it pulled up real quick.
I'm gonna say, okay,
If y'all want to listen to it, I'm
yeah.
gonna play it real quick. See if I can hear it.
Now, either you got a good business or you don't. All that shit, don't nobody want to hear that shit. That's a hustle. Support me because I got a black business. Is your restaurant clean? Is the food good? Do you got consistent cooks? Is the material of your shit good? Stop doing that. Oh, you support the white people? No, I support consistency, baby. Yeah. Fuck about what color you is. I'm gonna spend my money. That paper, I'm gonna spend them bills where the fuck I want to spend it at. Rather it's Porsche, Ferrari, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do while I'm here. But I'm gonna tell you one thing, I ain't gonna be finessed off some black shit. But one thing about it, 70% of you motherfuckers is not going to make it. I'm not no motherfucking fake ass motivational speaker that talk this dumb shit. I'm the number one nigga in the country. You know why? Y'all seen me come out of the penitentiary. I make millions, and I make millionaires, baby. You understand? I come from the ghetto.
But that's what I was.
Yeah, it might be a little more to the clip. We can play it real quick.
Good.
It cut back off, Daddy J. I can't hear it. But I mean, y'all heard the gist of it.
Yeah, I mean,
that was I was going to apply though.
I just kind of feel like Wallow, because I can understand, like at the beginning where he said, you know what I'm saying, is your restaurant clean? Right. Do you have consistent cooks? Is the service good? But that's with any business. I feel like, and I think he kind of like, I feel like he may have just kind of targeted the black community on this a little bit, because that's with any business. You're gonna want to shop with whoever you want to shop with when it comes to anything.
Yeah.
Because it is your money. So you can spend it on whatever you want. But saying that 70% of y'all won't make it, and you get paid to do motivational speaking, saying that ain't motivating me.
I disagree. I'm more of those, hey, cut it to me, get it to me straight. Because at the end of the day, this is probably a wild example, but that's just like if you get arrested and whatever the charges may be, and you sit down with your lawyer, what you want your lawyer to tell you? You want just to give you some motivation?
But that's a different.
You want your lawyer to give it to you straight. I mean, what I'm saying though is, in terms of that's the same deal. Because I mean, this is an investment. To tell you that there are no risk, and if you just put your foot forward, you're gonna get the success that you're gonna get. I think that's doing a disservice to the people that you're speaking to. You got to keep it frank. You got to keep it frank. 70% of all businesses don't make it. Like, that's just what it is.
I mean, it's a fact.
People run out of collateral and income and things of that nature, and it's over with. It comes about that. But what I will say is, well, I'm gonna see Lacey's opinion, and then I'm gonna see, because I see both sides, and I depending on what side you go with Lacey, I might play devil's advocate with it.
I feel like what I was saying earlier is that, like, I'm personally, I will support somebody who supports me. Like, if you got a clothing line, I'm gonna get a shirt, or you do graphics, designing, or cook food, something in that nature. I'm gonna support, but it comes a factor when customer service plays in the fact that some of y'all is not being professional. Because I see beauticianists not to get on beauticianists, but this is just an example. When I be on social media, and when they have poor customer service, that's when the customers start to dog them out, saying, you talk to them crazy, you're changing times, or you're going out on price, you're not on a timely manner as you said you was. And that's when they be like, I shouldn't trust this black business, or don't go here, go there. And they be biased and try to dog the brand. That's when it be a factor. But if you got your head on straight, nobody business gonna be started off perfect, because you started from the ground up anyway. And if that's what people want you to do, support them, shout them out, buy their product. In order for them to grow, it starts with the customers. You got to market somewhere. You know, other people in our major markets, they do it. But you buy the mainstream stuff, buy the underground stuff as well. So it's pros and cons to the situation, to the matter. But that's my take. I support black businesses.
So that's why I say. I see I get a piece of it. Like I do feel like a piece of, in terms of the black community, especially. One, when we are doing business, we tend to try to use sometimes that I'm a black business as to why you need to be purchasing from me.
They expect you to.
But if the quality is let's just keep it 100. If the quality is shit, I'm not gonna pay for that. And then a lot of times we got black businesses, or black business owners that sell a certain product and want to try to use and abuse it by upcharging and saying, hey, you spend this for let's say essentials, or
it's a gilded shirt.
But you won't spend that money for mine. Nigga, no, I'm not finna spend it for that, because the quality is shit, and I'm not finna pay for that. I'm gonna pay. At the end of the day, regardless of color, red, blue, green, purple, pink, I'm buying. I'm as a consumer, I'm gonna buy what I feel that I want to use my money for properly.
And if I can see myself wearing it,
and I 100% agree with that.
And I do think sometimes, in terms of black businesses, we tend to do that, and that's even outside of just clothing. You got nightclubs where guys is charging 25 to 50, even maybe in some spots 100 to get in, and then you still spending 40, 50 on drinks.
Here you go. The food trucks, a real plate, $30, $40, and it's 3:00 in the morning. What? And they put about 2 racks and some baked beans and coleslaw, and you charge $30, $40.
They saying that's the convenience. That's the convenience fee. That's the convenience.
Right.
But on the other end of the spectrum, I'll say this: we also, as a black community, in terms of purchasing product, we are probably we are the first people to turn around and go to the other side to buy products, as opposed to ours, because we've been trained in that ilk. Where once we get some money in our plate, we quick to go over there, then stay at home. And then what I say is, we also give a little more leniency in terms of those that are outside of that area of that ilk, as opposed to the ones in. Like an example is, you go to the black restaurant for lunch. That day they 15, 20 minutes running late. These niggas, I'm not coming back. This is just nothing but some, black stuff right here. That's just keep it clean. That's, and knowing good and well, when you go to McDonald's, we don't even just go there, McDonald's or whatever, and they waiting the line long, you waiting an extra 15, 20, and they didn't mess your order up, you still back there next week. Like that. Like,
you still next day, next day.
So I think that's also, like, I think it's two things. I think, and I hate that it's us that has to do it, but on both ends of the spectrum, as the seller and the consumer, we've gotten things that we got to kind of clean up in terms of our community. I think, because I think it's created a divide in that, where one, we don't look at black-owned businesses in a light where it's always appealing for us, where we're like, yeah, I'm gonna run to them and get this done. And I think especially in, our age group and on down, I think it's a little more bigger, I'd say. But yeah, I mean, one, I think we got to fix some quality, and then two, we just gotta give these guys some chances, because I think at the same time, it is very hard, especially in terms of starting up businesses. Like they say, most startup businesses aren't really able to actually see real revenue to come in. It's like after like the first 2 or 3 years, so
Right.
like it's
You
very
gotta make
hard to
your
start
money
up a
back.
business. Like I will say that in terms of giving grace, but I mean at the same time, we can still spot when niggas getting over. You know what I'm saying? You can still spot when
Exactly.
niggas is getting over, and that's where I
And
think
that
that
and that,
comes
and
from.
that leaves a bad feeling for the consumer when you know you got messed over.
Yeah,
And it's point right in your face, and they cool with it, and they steady messing people over, and then they get mad when you call them out. They're like, man, why you doing it? Yeah, we calling you out because you ain't gonna keep messing over us and our hard-earned money that we spending on you for good product because you being lackluster and you being late with first give me my product.
right,
You say 3 to 5 business days, and it's about 3-4 weeks,
all right.
and you want to have an attitude. Of course, we're gonna put our remarks on your product. It could be the best product in the area or with what you're selling. But if you're not coming in efficient time, heck yeah, we gonna say something about it. You rather hear this type of criticism.
And I think a lot of times we do tend to, in terms of on the seller side of it, where it's like, even though this ain't everything ain't not maybe it may not always be in order, they still rock with it just because they fuck with me. And I think
Right,
that tends to happen sometimes too, where it's
right.
like, yeah, they'll still take it because it's they supposed to mess with me. They gonna rock with me regardless. Uh,
That's facts. I've seen that. I done done it before.
you know what I'm saying? And so
So,
I think one, we need to, in terms of being just a seller, we need to be try to make sure we dotting all our I's and crossing all our T's in terms of every aspect of whatever that product is. But then I also think that we, as the consumer, in terms of the Black-owned businesses, need to give a little more grace and patience and a little leniency as well. Um, but yeah, I mean, just if you really look at it, like, come on, let's be real. Like, in terms of our designer and all that, we the first ones to go run to it. And if we, even in terms of the restaurants, all of that type of stuff, if we really put more emphasis on the things that we create, I think a lot of stuff would take off a lot faster.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just all on that. It just depends on giving that grace and leniency.
But you gotta, and for the guys that's investing in the business, you gotta be committed.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you gotta go all the, and you gotta like the late Nipsey Hussle say, you gotta go through every emotion.
you gotta endure
Real
that
talk.
hardship. You gotta endure that hardship
You
first.
gotta go through every emotion with it. So when you don't put your 100% and go through every emotion with it, whatever you did put in is what you're gonna get.
Right.
Seriously.
What else? What we got?
Let's talk about little 12, little Travis Hunter, man.
Okay, yeah. So the draft is what, this Thursday?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, draft this Thursday. Travis Hunter, former college player with Colorado and Jackson State. He's played both sides pretty much. He's played every down, just about every game that he's played. A rare phenomenon that you don't see in college, D1, Big 10, Big 12, all that, the Power 5 schools. It's a big, you don't really see that. And so also in the NFL, he pretty much has said that if he doesn't have the ability to play both sides of the ball, he's not playing. That's basically what he's saying. And I think he's more of a message to whoever team is looking at him. They may have those private meetings where they sat him down and probably said, we envision you as a, just a receiver or just a corner. We want to maximize those talents. And he's probably pushed back on it. So he's, going ahead and putting that out there like, hey, if you want to try to draft me and you're not going to let me do what I feel like puts me in the best situation to win, I think, you let another team draft me then if you're not for the draft. Because if you do, then I'm not playing for y'all. I think that's he's just trying to use his leverage, I think.
I mean,
but yeah, what we think on that?
I mean, he does have leverage when it comes to that because let's just remember he won the Heisman playing both positions. Okay,
Right,
won the Heisman.
right.
So that right there puts you at a level that a lot of people can't even be at, or even be able to talk to GMs and coaches like, hey, I want to play both sides. A lot of players not going to be able to do that. He's the only one that's doing that right now. I think Travis Hunter needs to humble himself in the aspect that he's going to be playing one side more than the other. So rather if that's defense or offense, if he's playing defense and you're starting on defense, you don't need to be expecting like he was at Colorado where you as soon as offense out there, you back out there. You might have you a package where you get in. I don't think it's gonna be more of a he's included in all of the offensive plays and everything like that. I don't think they're gonna start off like that. I think it's gonna be a package. And then the other aspect that you got to realize is because if you ask me, I think he's better at defensively. Travis Hunter with his athleticism, man, he's gonna be unstoppable, bro. Seriously. And I feel like he better on defense than offense. I know he likes to play wide receiver.
That's where I was gonna go though. I was gonna say to me,
I feel like he plays defense better than offense. I
think defense is better to me than offense. That's just to me.
He has the God-given. He's so athletic, man.
I think he can be more of a generational talent in terms of corner than a receiver.
I disagree. I think he's a dog receiver. He just got to play his routes.
That's why I say that. That's why I say that, because if you really go look back and watch Travis Hunter play, even when you watch the little pro day routes, really all Travis Hunter is a run and go get it.
Yeah, he's a run and go get it guy. Once he gets in the
his stuff ain't fluent.
That's where he make his money at.
His routes ain't fluent. He just gonna get open. Use his speed to get open. You just throw it a spot.
We can't hear you. Yeah, we can't hear you.
No.
Good.
Yeah.
A lot of those spots that he's doing, I think it's just run, throw. He get up and he just go catch. That's
right.
What I've seen. That's just what I've seen, and I think he's way better, way more sound and more technique in terms of playing quarterback. And also I think it'll be a lot more easier to play full-time defense and then have your packages on offense.
That was gonna be my point.
We've seen that with the J.J. Watts and those other type of guys, the Charles Woodsons and all those. Like, you don't really see a lot of receivers. And I'm saying, like, how do you incorporate that as, all right, I got a receiver in, and then I want to here and there put him at corner, or like say the game on. Say, like, do you really trust that? Like, the game is on the line. It's a game. Like, it's the drive. The opposing team is trying to do a game-winning drive. How am I supposed to trust a guy to just put them out there over the other starting cornerback, put him out there, and say, all right, you lock the number one up. You lock him up this drive, and then he get cooked. Then what? Like,
exactly.
You gotta be ready to hit a criticism both sides.
I think it's a lot easier to play corner, then come in during your time, and it could be the game-winning drives on offense where you can get in, run your routes, and it's cool. And because let's be honest, Travis will probably play more slot than wide out in the NFL, and so he's seeing maybe a third or fourth best corner or a linebacker.
I can see
that's the best to keep him successful, I think, in terms of playing on both sides. Like, don't get me wrong, Duke Travis is a phenomenal athlete, but I mean, I don't know. I just feel like as opposed to playing receiver full time and then getting your spots at corner. Now, I do disagree on playing both sides full time. Like, I don't think
because longevity, like the injury prone, injury. Right.
Now they are talking about shopping J Ram, but all I'm saying is this is just an example right now. Currently, team constructed. You mean to tell me that Travis Hunter is going to go with J Ram all game, and then after every offensive snap, come back?
I can't hear you.
We good?
Yeah.
And then go back and guard Tyreek Hill. That's all I'm saying is you think
that's crazy work.
RJ. I mean, you have J Ram guard him. He'll be going to get J Ram every down. Then when it's time to switch after special teams, he go right back out there to guard Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, that's a long day. That's a long task.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't
He
see.
getting
And then within the NFL, it's so complex with the play calling on both sides, especially offense. You go deep in your bag with the film studying.
But what I say is on that point, I disagree when they ask like, can he be a part of those meetings? Because let's think about it. It's a guy that someone does someone similar to that, and he my squad. Taysom Hill is in quarterback meetings, running back meetings, tight end meetings, a little defensive meetings here and there, special teams. He's in all of those, and every time he go out there, he's an impact player. You know, like it's not like he's on some of these and you don't know he's on the field. Every time he's in any of those positions,
they see number 7 for the Saints come out there. They're like, okay, hold on.
And he does. He makes plays every time he's out there. So I do disagree on the term of like, can he really be in those multiple meetings and things like that? Because I think that can be done.
Yeah, I can understand.
That's trying to tell Taysom Hill about it too now.
Hey,
I mean, yeah,
look,
it is.
I'm gonna be honest though. I think Travis Hunter needs to humble himself a little bit because, like you gave a great example. He has Jalen Ramsey guarding him when he's on offense, and then as soon as it's a 4 and out, they punt, boom, fair catch. Now you got to go out there and guard 10.
Right.
I'm gonna be honest. If I see Travis Hunter get out there and he goes score and then go lock up Tyreek Hill,
that's like
I gotta see it to believe it.
That's like he go against your boy Phil. He got to go see Joey Porter, and then he got to turn around and guard DK.
Well, I don't know how he'll be able to do that.
DK a giant.
But look, this the other thing I want you to understand is that Travis Hunter needs to understand that he has a huge target on his back.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm saying he needs to humble himself.
I see what you're saying.
You got guys like Jalen Ramsey, DK Metcalf. Let's just talk about DK Metcalf alone. He gonna come for you. You want to talk big? You say you the best cornerback to come out the draft.
Right.
Duo athlete. Let's find out how good you are.
And let's say he get drafted by the Browns. That division is dangerous.
I'm gonna
you gotta
tell you right
see
now.
Chase, Metcalf, Zay Flowers. Man,
I'm gonna tell you right now. If Travis Hunter gets picked to the Cleveland Browns, and he has to come to
I think the Browns because
they
they cut Greedy. You know, so I'm thinking that's where they trying to put him at.
I'm telling you right now.
That's a long night.
No. The Cleveland Browns got 2 good corners already. They got Denzel Ward and they got
Newsome.
They got Greg Newsome.
Yeah, unless they plan to put him at the nickel, is what I'm
gonna tell you right now. Travis Hunter, don't come to Cleveland. It ain't gonna be sweet. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You got to see the Steelers twice, the Bengals twice. And you got to see the Ravens twice. It ain't going to be fun. And then let me tell you something else. You think you're going to play both sides? You think you're going to play both sides against the Baltimore Ravens? It's -6 degrees outside, and it ain't going to get no warmer.
It get cold in Pittsburgh, too.
I will say this, though.
It get cold in all them cities. It get cold in all them cities.
You don't want to go to Pittsburgh, trust me.
It get cold in all them cities.
I will say this. That I think that one that is a good point though. I do think in terms of Travis Hill, the AFC North may not be the best place for him to be playing.
He'd have to go to a division like the NFC East.
Like I think the Giants that NFC East division would be a little better for him to maybe possibly pull that off. But like, I will say that the AFC North is probably not the place because
treacherous.
I mean, even if you count the Bengals, you got 3 games where you got 6 games where they're really, really difficult. Like one thing I always give the AFC North is them division games. You leave them with you're gonna have some bumps when you wake up the next day.
He ain't that big now. He ain't that big.
You getting out the bed like this. You getting out the bed like this. You
gonna be like John Moran getting them injections, man. He gonna be like John getting them injection shots. He gonna be getting them injection shots.
Hey, hey, look, when the AFC North, if you come through that hole, you gotta come back with something. You're gonna leave with something. You leaving with something.
And it's not no special privileges. You practicing every day.
Right.
You practicing now. It ain't no Dion treatment.
honestly, now that I think about it, it may be maybe two or three divisions where I can see him playing both sides and he could be successful.
NFC
That's-
South, NFC
Yeah,
South,
I say
AFC
NFC
West.
South. NFC South.
Yeah,
I say
NFC South, AFC West.
Yes.
AFC West. That's
Oakland.
that's the Chiefs.
That's Las Vegas.
Are you?
Yeah, Las Vegas Chiefs. Yeah.
No,
Nah, I
No.
don't know, man. I don't know.
No.
Our
I don't
Seattle,
No.
our Seattle division. Our Seattle division.
That's what
No.
I'm thinking about. No, well,
The
no,
Niners?
because that's
Niners and
Seattle, Rams, Cardinals. Nah,
Yeah, Cup gone. What's the color gone?
They got Devontae Adams. They got Devontae Adams and Puka.
Hey, look,
Nah.
no, that ain't gonna work. Hey, I'm gonna tell you
Close.
where
The
he might
AFC
buzz.
one is the AFC South.
NFC North, young. NFC North.
Yeah, I'm gonna say maybe my division. Maybe my division.
If he go to the Bears, shit, he good. He only got one team where he gonna have to guard J. You know what I'm saying? Guarding JJ and Addison, that's a load right there. Then have to get back on offense.
Yeah, Marseille Brown. I'm Marseille Brown.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
For the
But I
Lions.
mean, I'm trying to see though. Do any of those teams have a premier corner though? I mean, y'all, Lacey, your boy, he out of there. So
Jair,
he out of there.
He stayed. He here. We stayed. He got.
But is he a premier corner?
Yes, you know that. Top
What,
five.
what I know? What I know?
Top
What
five.
I know? Whoa, what I know? I don't know
Top
nothing.
You,
I don't
you'll
know
this year. You'll know this year. We play out this year.
And you know what time it is with me. Call my bookie.
And we
But,
playing. We playing what? Dublin.
Yeah, Dublin.
Shoot.
But yeah, I mean, it's just gonna be interesting. We're gonna get to see when the draft is what, Thursday.
Yep.
We may be recording during the draft, right?
I thought Wednesday.
Yeah, I think
I
either
think
Monday or
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Okay,
No.
yeah.
No, it's either Monday or Thursday. It can't be Wednesday. Sorry, cannot be Wednesday.
Jeez.
My producer.
Okay. We'll look into that.
Yeah, it's all on the other.
Yeah, that's what me, man. We ain't gotta talk about that now. Come on.
We'll look into that later. I mean, yeah, we can go to the Kyrie Lacey real quick. How we feel about the more that we've heard in terms of Kyrie Lacey. You know, they said it was more of a high speed chase, somewhat, because he ended up shooting himself. Is that what happened?
I think he shot himself while he was doing on the chase. That's why he crashed.
And him crashing. But it seems more as if it was more of a
freak accident,
mental unstability. He was unstable mentally. Is what I'm getting from the details of what I've kind of seen. I think that was his agent that came out and he didn't say it, but I think he pretty much put it out there for you to connect those dots in terms of with the NFL letting him not go to combine. I think he felt like that played a part in his mental. And yeah, like I'll say this in terms of that, I do feel that if the reasoning behind a guy like Kyrie Lacey, where you are kind of already know, he's a more of an emotional person. He wears it on the sleeve. He's one of those type of guys. I remember seeing the little clips of Brian Kelly, talking about it. He said, Kyrie is working on it every day. Right. And this isn't a unique story to just Kyrie Lacey. Plenty of guys, NFL guys, that I think kind of come from that tree as well. But I do think that could have played a part. I think this is a young man that, after having a pretty successful year in terms of individual stats with LSU, I think in he was just getting to that breaking point where now his childhood was about to come true. An unfortunate accident happened, and he was maybe getting a little nervous about that and feeling, I think, that his childhood dream was beginning to slip away. And I think we all take that differently. And I felt that with that can play a part in terms of becoming mentally unstable. because that's a hard pill to swallow. If you feel like something that you may have worked for since you were little be possibly taken away from you, I can't think of any person that can just always just easily take that to the chin and keep it moving.
Right.
So I think yes, especially if what the agent was saying was that he was about to be cleared of all charges, then I think the NFL did not do his due diligence. I don't think the NFL did his diligence and actually fully investigating the situation, getting all the facts in terms of that before saying, not allowing him to play in the combine. But yeah, I think all that did was just add on into adding doubt in his mind. Like, okay, it may not allow me to be able to play in the NFL.
And I agree with you. I think the NFL did it wrong. They didn't wait it out long enough to see what really happened. Everybody makes mistakes, and y'all know I'm the hugest LSU fan, man. Ever since Kyron Lacy came to LSU, he's been progressing every year, and he's one guy that always wears his emotions on his sleeve. And so, in that aspect, I can understand, man. He's just an emotional guy, but you got guys like that, and you got to be able to kind of talk to them and help them out because they need that guidance. And Kyron Lacy most definitely was getting guidance from a lot of individuals that he probably looked up to, and it's hard. It's hard, man. It's hard. I think the whole situation, especially with him being uninvited from the time without even knowing, that really messed him up because when you work so hard, especially when you were the number one receiver for LSU in receiving and touchdowns, and to know that all your hard work can go away off a simple mistake, it's hard to swallow, man. Even if you still getting through it, training, you did the pro day, and you still don't kind of know what can happen with everything going outside of football.
Right.
It probably just it was a mental overload for him. I believe it might have just been a mental overload, and you hate to see it like that. I wish so many other things could have happened to him driving off, doing a police chase, and then shooting himself. That whole night. I wish that would have never happened. And it's sad to see, but just know everybody was there for him. Everybody was there for Kyron Lacy through it all. And that's what I hope we know that,
Yeah. Where that can take a toll on your mental and your body, man. It seemed like he had the supporting cast though. Everybody was posting nothing but great times with him, and even texting to check in on him. But it was another situation, wrong place at the wrong time, that unfortunately ended with him losing his life. It's still many questions in my eyes that when he was in the police chase, like, why did you have the gun in your hand? Or, are you holding the trigger? Why are you holding the trigger and you driving? Was your reaction to either retaliate with the police? We don't know. But I just wish that he could have been just put up, focused on football, having the right people in his circle. Because I believe if he didn't get drafted, that somebody was going to pick him up. One of his LSU teammates was going to look out for him. If it would have been the Commanders or the Giants, he was going to be a steal. But it was just so unfortunate what had happened with him, because he had all the talent to be that next guy from LSU that was going to produce in the league. And tragedy, man. It was just a tragedy. And it's not much that I can say, but to be careful for the next person who looking on, they're even thinking about wanting to do something like that, or be careless. Like, just look at this situation of the outcome, So just gotta stay prayed up, man, and
long live Kyron Lacy, man.
Stay prayed up.
Yeah, I'll say this.
And have the right people in your circle, and pray. Sometimes you might just need to pray.
Right.
And yeah, we just want to give our condolences to the Lacey family. Yeah, we just want to give our thoughts and condolences to the family.
Most definitely.
Yeah, man, tragic. What else we got, man? What else we got? Stephen A. He's possibly running for president. He stated that if when the time get that point, if he feels like there's no qualified person, then he's going to decide to run for president. Yeah, we all know recently Stephen A. just signed $100 million contract to ESPN. Pretty much like a 5-year deal. I want to say 5-year, $100 million deal, $20 million per year. So yeah, how we feel about that? Do we think think about that right now with Stephen A. possibly running for the next presidency in 2028?
Well, he got enough campaign money.
Does it?
Nah,
Does
nah. 100 M's is not enough.
I ain't gonna cut it. I'm gonna be real. He gonna need some sponsorships.
I hate to quote that man, but not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough.
Not enough.
But man, that's really a big gamble, though, man. That's really a big gamble because he's the head of the sports world regarding as analysts and running things. Having your own show, running the table at ESPN, and you want to step into a different pedestal and try to run the country, the United States of America, and all you have as your background is sports debating, and now you're trying to use that into being a politician and get into politics.
But I will say this though. Let's look at the new climate here though. You got Donald Trump. He had really no political background, and he's won twice.
He's a billionaire. He's a billionaire. So, money talks.
Yeah, but so what I'm saying is I don't think we should use just because he's spoken in sport as the reason why.
Don't get me wrong. He know what he talks about. He know what he talks about.
I don't think we should say that. There probably going to be there'll probably be a lot of people if were to run more qualified, probably so. But I mean that's the same thing with Donald Trump, and he's won twice.
Right.
So yeah. I mean really, what I want to say is, if he runs, he could possibly potentially forfeit that ESPN contract because he'll have to probably get off as doing that. So what do we feel like that's a smart gamble to take? Well, what do we think?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think he should do it. I honestly don't think Stephen A. should even tap into that political side, man. You literally are the headstone for sports analysts. Everybody want to get paid like Stephen A.
One of the faces. He one of the faces for sure.
He one of the faces. And so why leave that?
No. Let's hold on, guys. We're underselling that. He's not one of the face. He's the face. He's not one. The face.
Well, I said he was the headstone for sports analysts.
Oh,
so that's
okay,
not that.
Yeah. He's one of the Godfathers, one of the OGs, and all that. But yeah, he's the face for ESPN.
Mm-hmm. And so that right there alone, why give that up to go run for president when you may not win? I'm not just saying like flat out, yeah, he's not gonna win, but like you taking a chance that you don't even gotta take. You have everything that you need right here at ESPN. They're giving you everything you want, literally. They give you $100 million for 5 years. What else do you need?
So I'm more so in agreement with you on that. What I see, I'm never advocate though. He could run, and if he does not win, I think this is just Stephen A. to possibly do more of his independence. For that independent side, he's become a strong figure. The Stephen A. Smith show is a growing podcast as well. He's been on Dateline and all that. He's gotten all those CNN. He's getting those gigs now. He's already said that he's aspiring to be in multiple I guess demographics in terms of the political side, musical, culture, and all that type of things. He wants to get into those different areas now, and this could also, because I mean, at the end of the day, if you're running for the presidency, especially if you become one of those, I don't want to misspeak, but one of the top GOP nominees or whatnot, I think there's a certain publicity that come with that. I think you can ride that wave. I mean, the Obamas got podcasts now, and from what I'm hearing, they making some big bread off of them.
Everybody listens.
Shannon Sharp he's finna sign Shannon Sharp finna sign a $100 million plus deal for his podcast. So
really,
yeah, he's finna sign his contract up. It's finna be up with Colin Cowherd in the volume. So he's finna see 100 M's. But yeah, I mean, I think you can also look at it as even if it don't work out and he don't become president,
yeah, good.
He got publicity and he can make it work. So I mean, it's just really more of a do I want to continue to work? I think there's I think there's a side where they had those contract talks, and he may not have liked everything that transpired during those contract talks. You know what I'm saying? Like he may not have gotten everything he wanted, and we saying like 100 M's is a lot of money. But to him, he may have had a higher figure. He may have wanted 125, 50. So, and I can see that though. I can see why I would ask if I'm the face and I'm on at one point, people may not remember, but back in like maybe 5 or 4 years ago, man, Stephen A is on
everything.
Every day. He's on every day. Then he's on the evening. Like he was putting that time in, so that is what I'll say is, hey, I can see him saying, hey, I want 150, 200.
Yeah, I agree with that. I can see that. I can see that. I just think now that you kind of said your opinion, I feel like for Stephen A, it's a decision on whether you really want to keep working with ESPN or you can take this chance where you put yourself out there in a different field where a lot of people, I mean, obviously there's a lot of people that knows about him in sports, but now you got another chance where people can get to know you from a whole different perspective, where you can catch and gain a whole new audience. And if he loses, at least he got the publicity to use that new audience he gained, and now he can bring the new audience he got plus what he got from ESPN and put that together to make something beautiful where he can, make something amazing out of it, So in that aspect, I guess I can see like, okay, if he runs for president, maybe it's kind of like where during the Super Bowl, whoever do the Super Bowl is for free, but you're getting all the publicity off of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, they don't do it for free. I'll say, at the end of the day, it's really, I think, up to that. I would prefer probably he were to stay with ESPN. Probably, I just see him in that light. But I do think, bigger picture, we're starting to get to a point where people in these certain positions in whatever the industry is, where they become the top of their field, the Stephen A's, the Drakes, things like that, where they've built so much time and equity in those different professions that now they're able to possibly go independently and actually be their own entity. I think we're getting to that point because the money is just getting crazy, because of how much they meant to those companies or professions. They're getting paid $100 million. Drake reportedly was seeing like 700. Some crazy number like that.
Right.
So, I think with what comes with that type of, once you get to that certain point where you're making that type of money, you can begin to look at, all right, I got enough money to do my own.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I got enough to fund my own projects, do all this, and especially if at this point I feel like I'm majority of the reason of why the company is seeing these certain numbers is because of me. Then unless you're going to start giving me my own equity in the company, and this end up going back to the UMG Drake thing. Like if I'm not getting equity, then what are we doing there? Because I'm a beast. Why you're either still here or you've gotten here.
Right.
But yeah, I mean that's a whole nother conversation. I think that goes into though. But I mean, yeah, people getting paid, man. They're getting paid now.
It's like,
man, I can't wait.
I'm not
I can't wait till we get that $100 million. Man, the first company that say they want to sign Realspill to $100 million, dog.
I'm not knocking it, man. I'm not knocking it.
Show me the dotted line.
Oh,
Lord have mercy. Dude. Where the papers at, man?
yeah.
Show me the money. Dollar bill.
Once I know, Phil, you got that number. You got a certain number though, where it's once you get that certain number, it's you gotta make.
I got a certain number in my head that I'm gonna keep to myself. I already told guys ahead of time when we reach that number. You know what I'm saying? I let guys know ahead of time on that. So
you did.
When I reach that number, just know I might not be in the scene, but I'm behind it.
Still around though. You're still around.
Hey, I'm there now. I'm not in the front no more, baby.
Hey, never settle, man. Keep going. Keep striving for greatness. Don't get too content.
Hey, look, like I said, I'm just not on the scene no more. I'm just not on the scene. I'm behind.
He trying to miss
that in front. He's not in front.
He trying to be 50 Cent. He trying to be 50 Cent.
And ain't nothing wrong with being 50 Cent.
Ain't nothing wrong with being 50 Cent.
Hey, look, I'm behind the scene. All the extras that we got going on, everything else that we got running.
Yeah.
Hey,
I got you CEO status.
When you call my phone, just know we trying to get this money. That's what we doing.
Right. That's what we doing. I got you.
Hey, I know one thing. Don't miss that jet.
Hey, I never miss that jet. Hey, it ain't about missing the jet. You just make sure you get on that train when they get ready to. When you hear that ding, 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 ding. Right. Just make sure you on that train.
I will say, because I mean,
make sure you got a seat for me.
Everybody got their own, different visions when they get to a certain point.
I want to fly first class. Make sure you have a spot for me.
Just like in terms of I feel like in boxing, especially, after you got you 100 M's or so, it get hard to want to keep taking them punches.
Do I really want to get up and still do that 12-hour day? I'm in that punching bag. A lot.
It's a lot.
I know me.
It's a lot harder to do that day when you got 100 M's in the bank.
Ooh, when I got 100 M's in that account, dog. Hey, look, I don't think too many people can tell me a lot. Hey, seriously, man.
And you write your own price.
I write my own checks, dog. I write my own checks, man.
I feel that, dog.
I ain't playing.
Oh, man.
We're gonna get there, man. We're gonna get there. Real talk. And for those who want there, just remember you had a chance.
Stay on that side.
So stay on that side. And
look. What is it? Ride that wave.
Man, trying to ride the wave. Ride the wave.
You can ride it from the outside, but damn sure not the inside.
Hey, just don't call. Hey, look, don't call my phone talking about what up, man. This you, because hey, man, I remember I told, click,
block, like Bubba Dub, block.
Stay man.
Stay down to the come up, and you wasn't down. You wasn't down from them long nights. Shoot, posting on social media, man. That's a whole different time right now.
Resurrection Sunday, man. Anybody got anything else, man? I think we got in and out, baby. We got in and out.
Yeah, because we finna get to another type of what's up Wednesday quiz right there. I had to hold myself right there, man.
Yeah, man.
Maybe
Yeah.
for the next show, baby.
Hey, yeah, don't trust them. Don't trust them.
Save it for the next show.
Don't
But
trust
yeah, man. Yeah. I think that's about it, man. I think we good. I think we good to go, man. Catch us next week, man. We dropping Wednesday this week. Dropping Wednesday.
Yep, dropping Wednesday, man. We won't be dropping Monday. We're dropping Wednesday.
Wednesday, man. Wednesday.
Hey, make sure to like,
Follow.
comment, subscribe. Go follow us or add us on some Spotify.
Spotify.
You got to get that up. So come on, guys, get it.
Realspill 601. Realspill 601 on
And the
Instagram,
link
Twitter,
is in the bio. The link is in the bio. Just click the
Facebook.
little link at the bottom, click it, and it's gonna say Spotify. You click that, it take you right to the app.
Right.
Them for the ones who can't remember. You know what I'm saying? All right.
We need y'all support, man. We just talked about it on the business section. We need your support, man.
Oh yeah, man. It's Realspill 601, man.
This kind of give me that West Coast vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I got you, dog. I got you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Some guys don't really like all that. So, yeah. I ain't gonna do it, but you know what time it is.
Yeah. Look, check your boy out. Check your boy out.
You know what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna catch it. We're gonna catch it.
Hey, you saw me and you did it. One of them nights in Flowwood.
I don't remember that. I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, man. Appreciate everybody listening to the broadcast, man. See y'all next week, man.
Gang.